Best prices for new construction in Boynton Beach are found right here at the Estates of Boynton Waters by Lennar. I'm going to show you the two models they have available with quick delivery homes, and I will tell you all the things at the end of this video, so stick around. We're outside of the Lyonia model. Now that remember, there's only two models here at the Estates of Boynton Waters, and this is one of them. Okay, so 3-car garage. We're gonna go in and check it out. I'll give you a little tour of the neighborhood. Something a little bit different about this neighborhood, the streets are all paved. So the original developer that developed the neighborhood 20 years ago, he decided to do paved streets, which is not something that you see very often. So let's go check out this home. I noticed that you do have a Ring doorbell here, so that's one of the smart features, and a smart lock. So the smart lock feature and the smart doorbell, and then also a smart thermostat. So when you come in, this is the first room. They kind of call it like a study. You can do whatever you'd like with this room, make it an office. If you really needed to, you could probably make it into another bedroom or some sort of room and put doors on it. It's only if you need to. You have quite a few rooms in this house, so not sure if you would need that. And that opens up basically to the whole living area, kitchen, dining, and family area. This house does have a 1-bedroom bathroom on the first floor, which is really great. But let's check out the kitchen. Now again, these are spec homes, so there is no customization. But Lennar has picked all of the most popular finishes for these two homes. Let's check out the pantry. That's always important for whomever is cooking in the house. Nice large pantry. Wow, walk in and you do have the wire, very neutral backsplash and countertops. Now this community is already electric. They don't have gas in this community like they did in Arden and some of their other communities, so that's something to take into consideration. As a real estate agent helping other people either buy or sell, some buyers that buy in resale developments, they want gas. And I always suggest you can always look into dropping a tank in your backyard. Most of the time it is allowed by the HOA, but if there's an HOA you have to ask. Then you also have to contact the gas company, and if it's piped into like the street neighborhood area, then you could get it from the city. But if not, you can drop a tank, and if you need more information on that, definitely reach out. Love to help people with all of those questions. Appliances that they have here are GE. They're all GE. Okay, not bad. Decent sized countertop. You can fit a decent 3 stools there, and there's some under the counter, under the island cabinets. That would be like your dining breakfast area. Here at the Estates of Boynton Waters, what Lennar did was they came in and there were about 22 lots from an old developer that never got built on. And Lennar has been doing this in Palm Beach County and South Florida in general because land is scarce. And so you're going to be buying into a established neighborhood, which has been here for about 20 years, and they are building brand new homes. So there are 22 lots, like I mentioned. They have sold 6 so far. They've only been selling for about 2 to 3 months. And they do expect all of them to be completed by the end of December. So this is a good opportunity if you are looking for something that's brand new and you kind of need to move quickly, or maybe you've been looking for a while and you're ready to finally pull the trigger. Now, Lennar is only building spec homes, and Lennar, although they have really nice finishes in this home, I mean, you can see the kitchen behind me. Looks like they still have to install the hood here, but basically what they did is they took the 2 most popular homes at this square footage, around 3,300 air-conditioned square footage, over 4,000 total square footage. But the 2 most popular models at Arden, and that was in the Stanton collection. They're completely sold out. So they took those, they decided that they were going to implement them here because they know that it's popular, especially if you're a family, large family. This is a large home. So if you need lots of rooms, lots of square footage, you want to be in a gated community, this might be the right choice for you. Not only that, but they are in an area where you have all A-rated schools from elementary, middle to high school. And those schools are Christa McCullough, which is the elementary school, Park Vista High School, and West Boynton Middle School. Now, if you are looking for a resale, for instance, you can look in this neighborhood, you can look outside of this neighborhood. That's something that me and my team do all the time. So perhaps you're looking for a specific school, which you can look up. I always suggest to my buyers to check out niche.com or bestschools.org because you want to make sure that you're comfortable with the schools here. If you're looking for A-rated schools, as a real estate agent, we can do like a filter overlay if you want a specific school, and we can search within that area. Now, you'll always have to double check with the school and make sure they haven't changed the school zones, because that does happen sometimes. But for the most part, we can help you identify a home, whether it's in new construction or resale. So keep that in mind and reach out to us if you need any help or you want to discuss that a little bit further. Now let's go check out the outside view. This is basically your view from the slider. There's one small lanai that's covered, and it is brick paved. You can put a nice, probably a barbecue grill and a small table. And if you needed to expand on that, you could. There's plenty of room for a pool. Let's go check out the space. I will walk out to the, what looks like the property line. Yep, so here, I'm pretty much at the property line. So you have a really decent sized yard. And that's what happens with two-story homes because you have a smaller footprint. And that allows you to have a larger yard. There's your neighbor's yard, just as a reference. I'll just do complete 360 here. The building one right there, looks like they finished this one, which is a mirror image of the one that I'm showing you. And then that looks like another one. So what the agent told me, the sales agent, is that I think there's like 8 homes in the neighborhood that were started by the original builder, and I think he's now working on them to complete. So apparently, as the story goes, the builder was the father, and the father passed away, I don't know when, and I think the children or son or what have you has taken over. And I guess that's why these 8 homes have been empty. So they are supposedly completing them now. If they don't complete them, I think within a certain date or something like that, is what he told me, then Lennar will take those over as well. So there may be a few extras. And then the one right next door is a mature home that somebody has lived in for probably many years. And again, this neighborhood is very nice, so looks like a very nice home. It's got some privacy for the hedges. Let's go inside and see the rest. Okay, so back inside, and let's go over to the, well, I'll show you the garage entry here. So 3-car garage. Always nice to have a 3-car garage, whether you have 3 cars or not, if you have a family. And if you need a big home like this, you probably have a family, maybe not. So you have lots of extra room here for storage and things like that. And you have your water heater and electrical panel. And then, so this is how you enter the home. Then you would go this way toward like the living area, right? And then here is the downstairs bathroom. It's a full bath because it services the 1 bedroom and also whatever guests or whomever is downstairs. Let's go check out upstairs. So as you come upstairs, it opens up to a really nice sized loft. Great loft for a large family, like I said, and most likely a large family or a family is going to want to buy a home like this. Let's walk into the master, which is right off of the stairwell. Large master. You see the upstairs, the stairs and the upstairs, they're carpeted. That's how they built it. Again, built to spec, no customization. And the price also reflects that. If you have customization, it's definitely going to be higher in price. And Lennar in general does not build that way. It's just not the kind of builder they are. So here, you do have 2 separate sinks. And then your shower. And then another sink for, you have a really large walk-in closet. Not sure where here we go. I don't know if you can tell, you can see the scale of this, but it's huge, which I love. Although, more space to collect junk. And then you have a private water closet here, and it's a nice size too. Now on the second level, you have three other bedrooms, and I believe it's 2 other bathrooms, but let's double check that. This one's en suite, so you do have 1 bedroom here with its own private bathroom. Again, just very neutral finishes, and a nice size walk-in closet with a window. Across the way is your laundry. So your laundry is located on the 2nd floor. And this one does not have a laundry tub, but it does have some extra storage space, closet. Then also in this home, I don't think I mentioned that it has 2 AC units. So 2 handlers, 2 ACs, 1 for the upstairs, 1 for the downstairs. And they do give you some built-in cabinets in your laundry room, so that's a nice. And then the last 2 bedrooms are going to be located over here. Again, nice sized bedrooms, because when you buy a 2-story home, you're going to get better size as far as bedrooms. Typically, it just depends on how big the lot is. And then here you have the shower tub combination and the toilet in 1 room. Hall storage, and then your last bedroom. At the back of the house, normal size closet. Okay, so let's go check out what they have for amenities. Now, Lennar, when they did buy these lots, they renovated the amenities, and I'm standing right here in the tennis courts, yeah, not pickleball, 2 tennis courts, and then there's a clubhouse, a pool that I'll show you in just a minute, and the gated entry. So you have a manned guard gate and the gates, and the monthly HOA fees basically for those items, and then also just for common areas, maintenance and things like that, so it looks very pretty and manicured. And you're paying $152 a month. $152 a month really is very inexpensive. I know there's not a huge amount of amenities here, but you know, you kind of get what you pay for. But all in all, I think the amenities, although they are just a few, it's nice. Let's go inside. The clubhouse is where we're entering now. This is a really great location, just off of Jog Road in Boynton Beach. I guess you could probably rent it out for events and things like that. I'm sure there are bathrooms in here. And then let me show you the pool area. There's covered area for when it does rain, like it's about to right now. It's not always sunny in South Florida. And then here we go. Here's the pool. Nice size pool, from 3 feet 9 inches to 6 feet. All right, so we're gonna start here at the Holly model, and that's because this is the only model that they actually have that is decorated. So you will get a better feel as far as where furniture goes or where it could go and what it could look like once you're done decorating. Of course, The model homes are the most beautiful because they have interior decorators that make it look so nice. Now, the Holly model is a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3-car garage, and the living square footage is 3,325. So both models are about the same. They're just a little bit different in square footage. And as far as new construction, when you calculate it, price per square foot, okay, let's go check it out. The outside. This is really cute. I love a house that has a front porch. I probably would use this. Would you? I mean, I like this maybe for the afternoons. Mornings, I prefer the backyard, but afternoons, depending on where the sun's coming down, I like the front yard. Okay, so when you walk in, they do have this little room here. You can make it an office, a study, I believe is what they call it here. And then let me show you really quick the 2 models. The Holly, okay, which is the one we're in now. And these are the 2 different elevations. And then you have the Lyonia. I get tongue-tied with that one for some reason. We'll see that next. Here are the 2 different elevations. Now, you cannot pick the elevation because Lennar builds to spec. But there are plenty to choose from right now. Now, this is your half bath for guests. And then this is a very common model for Lennar. They had it at Arden. You have your kitchen with island. Dining area right on the other side here, and living area. I'll go into the kitchen now. So your kitchen has all neutral white and almost white quartz countertops, wood cabinets, and it looks like GE, yep, GE appliances. This one is your not a double oven, microwave and oven. And then let's check out the pantry. What I like about this development is that the location is really good, and the thing is you cannot get these prices for new construction in this area. Right across the street was Enclave by Mattamy, which is completely done. Those went for over $1 million. So I do feel that the price points here are very good. If you're looking for a single family home in a gated community, you might want to check this out. And there are not a lot of them. Now this lot happens to be on a small like pondish lake. So let's go see what the outside has to offer. You have a nice little lanai here, covered lanai. This one happens to be gated because I think this fence, I'm sorry, was already here. Oh, because that's the gate actually. The drive-in gate, sorry. And then that's an established home because this community has homes that are mature that were built by another developer, okay? Lennar came and bought 22 lots and they're building. You do have room for a pool here, I believe. Yeah, you have room for a pool here. If you're new to my channel, my name is April Laura, and my team and I love helping people relocate to South Florida. When I moved here about 20-ish years ago, I wish I had done more exploring. I was happy where I ended up, but I could have done a little bit more. And at that time, YouTube wasn't a thing. Now it is, and it's fantastic that you can research online and then book a call with us or a Zoom call. We can go over all the things. We love helping you. So reach out, but let's get back to the tour. Okay, now what is popular about this model is that the master or primary bedroom is on the first floor. So if that's something you're looking for, this may be the model for you. Here is the primary. And drop in the comments below, do you prefer a primary that's on the first floor if you have a 2-story home, or would you prefer to be on the second floor with all the other bedrooms and above all of where the living area is? Nice size closet. Okay, so right outside of the primary is going to be the washer dryer. This is where it will go. They're using this as a sales center, so you have a printer and then one AC unit here. Let's go upstairs. Time for coffee talk, and I actually have a little bit of a watered down iced coffee with me today. This is a new little drive-in coffee place that I found on the way here, and I love to find new places. I love new options. I'm really not that much of a Starbucks kind of girl. This is called 7 Brew, and I just got a nice coffee, and I needed it for that afternoon pickup. So if you want a list of coffee shops in the area, which there's all kinds of great ones, and I like the local ones that have a really, cool and different vibe, then drop a comment below, email me, text me, reach out, because I'd love to send that to you. Now, so coffee talk is where I go over all the details. I'm gonna kind of go over a couple things that I may or may not have mentioned already, and then I'm gonna give you pricing, which is of course what everybody wants to know. So as I said, 22 in total homes. There might be an extra 8, but we're still waiting to see if Lyonia is going to take that over from the old developer, or he's going to finish them, or that company is going to finish them. There's 6 sold. They are not doing pools, they do spec homes. That's kind of Lyonia's thing. They build it quickly and easily. They build the ones that they know will be popular, and they sell them. I think one of the selling points here is the lot size. So you're gonna get a much larger lot than a lot of the larger community developments with new construction. Even the Lotuses of the world, you're paying a very hefty price. Beautiful homes and great amenities and great, beautiful development. But the lot sizes, you have to really pay extra for lot sizes, because a lot of them are 0 lot lines. And if you are not familiar with the 0 lot line, which, if you never lived down here and you don't have that in your area of the States, then 0 lot lines are basically the minimum lot that a builder can build on. This is a much larger lot, and it's approximately 80 wide by 130 deep, and that equates to about 10,000 square feet, if that helps at all. A 0 lot line is about 48 wide, and then whatever the depth it is, 120 or 130 or what have you. Another advantage is that they have concrete tile as far as the roofs. So Arden, I believe, had shingle tile roofs. There's nothing wrong with shingle. Concrete roofs are a bit more expensive, and I'm sure they did that to match the current mature neighborhood that it's in. And also they last longer. So you're not gonna have to replace it as quickly, but when you do, it is much more expensive. But it also looks, a lot of people think it looks a little bit nicer. So it's usually on a higher end home. And then also, I already went over the amenities, $152 a month, and you know what that covers. Not much, but pool, clubhouse, tennis, and gated community. And then smart features are the door knob, the Ring doorbell, and also the temperature control, and A-rated schools. So across the street, I just looked on my phone for resales. So the resales within the last year in this community are anywhere between 800 to $1 million-ish, just around a little over $1 million, $1.3 million, I think was the highest price. And I don't know what the features were, but you may or may not be getting some older features, some newer renovated features. And across the street is a Mattamy development. So it's called the Enclave, and that sold probably in the last 2 to 4 years. And I also looked at those resales, and they're all over $1 million. So you're in a very good kind of area for this price point home. And at the estates of Boynton Waters, they're selling these homes in the high 800s and high 900s. The salesperson didn't give me exact numbers, but obviously some lots are situated on some water. I did show you the model home that is on water. It looks like a pond, and they are mature bodies of water. So those are gonna go for a little bit more. I asked him what the premiums are, and obviously it depends on where you're situated on that lake or canal or pond, and he's saying at up to $50,000. So depending on where it's at, if it's a dry lot, it's gonna be a little bit less expensive. If it's on a water lot, it's going to be a little bit more. Again, they're all included, so they have all the prices fixed in for upgrades, lot premiums, all of the things. They currently do have 8 inventory homes. So if you need a home right now, definitely reach out. I would love to get you all this information, book an appointment. We can do virtual or we can do in person if you're coming to visit, but let's talk about it, have a Zoom or a phone call so we can get you situated. And they do have a couple of things I want to tell you about as far as Lennar is one of those bigger developers that has a mortgage company. So they do give some specials. Right now they have a 7-year ARM, and that's as low as 3.99%. Of course, you have to qualify. And then a 30-year fixed they have in the low 5s. So I think that for me would be, I think, a good choice. Everybody has to pick what's best for them. I like fixed rates. I like to know exactly what I am paying. So if I can get an interest rate in the low 5s right now, I think that's, definitely key. And they do help with closing costs at $25,000 towards closing costs. So that's really good. Now you only need about 5% down, and that's a little bit less than some of the other new construction developments that I go to right now if you're financing. And then he didn't tell me if it was cash, but obviously cash is king. So they are either completed, one of the 8 inventory homes, or they will all be completed by the end of December. So reach out so I can give you more information on this community. But in order to find that perfect place that you may be thinking of or wanting to go see, make sure you give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email, somehow get in touch with me, because I've got your back when you're moving to Florida. And until next video, I'll catch you later.